Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. Thank you for sticking with me. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened, but something's going on with my laptop. But um, hey, IT, what I'm saying, sorry for the technical difficulties. But I was talking about Justin Fields conundrum and why people are so enamored with still wasting time on talking about him coming here when financially it has no bearing, it makes no sense. you know, um, I mean, the just from a money perspective, it is quite verifiably clear, you know, that it's not something that is going to happen. It is not something that can happen. From a common sense perspective, from a financial perspective, Justin Fields makes no sense. On top of just from a football perspective, and he'll be in 5 or 6 years behind in his progression makes no sense for us. It makes no sense for us. I mean, y'all speak all the time about how much, it makes no sense for there to be player development wasted on Desmond Ritter, but y'all want to blow up a whole entire year on a guy whose best attributes is getting sacked 9 times in the game. I'm just saying. But then, when it comes to something that is cost effectively and fits like a Russell Wilson. Y'all got 110 reasons to go against that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I guess to some people being cost effective, really has no bearings on some things in the realm. You know, Maurice is right, OG, not to just Fields, let him go elsewhere. We should get a vet to teach Ritter. Otherwise, Russell Wilson makes sense. Otherwise, we draft Drake May. RPO May? I mean, I'm all on the whole cost-effective Russell Wilson move. You know what I'm saying? Um, from that standpoint of all the things that I said, but just in case, you know, I mean, from schematics, he's played in the West Coast style system his entire career, right? Um, Veteran, playoff experience. He's a champion. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. Um, you know, it, he's a locker room guy. He's a company guy. He toes the line. He's not gonna, what I'm saying, you know, be a cancer, if you will, in the locker room. Yeah. Josh, what's good? You know. Well, there ain't no smoke, bro. There ain't no smoke. I mean, because since you saying where there's smoke, there's fire. So what you saying is, okay, now we have 22, we have 22, what I'm saying, free agents of our own, okay, to see about. You think that this current coach staff, who just getting in the door, is going to cut their nose off, spike their face, waste draft picks, draft capital need for the rest of the team, and then go spend future money 2, 3 years down the line that's going to put us in a chokehold that we just got out of 2 years ago. You really think that's gonna happen? No, bro. Ain't no fire. That's just smoke and mirrors. Ain't no smoke. That's just smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? With that Justin Fields crowd, that's just smoke and mirrors. Now I've been saying for the longest, the ones that you don't hear nobody, you don't hear them talking about contracts and all of that and the third. That's who you need to be looking at. What y'all out here, listening to that, Kirk Cousins and his 90 million guarantee. You out here, you know what I'm saying, out here twerking in your Justin Fields thong, for this cat who has not shown any reason, has not shown anything on a football field that warrants it being traded for, let alone given a contract extension. But y'all spend all this brain power on coming up with reasons as why it would be good for him to be here. 11 wins in 3 years. Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. All righty. All righty. Maurice said now that he thinks about it, they might just draft Dallas Turner or one of those pass rushers or go offensive lineman. I go one better with you, Maurice. It may go receiver. You know what I'm saying? They may go receiver. Real talk. They may go receiver. It could be. It is. I saw that tweet too. I also saw who the tweet was authored by. Y'all got to look at these things, man. If it ain't Adam Scheffner or one of them guys like that, no, bro, no, no. If it ain't Adam Scheffner or Ian Rappaport or one of those guys like that, treat putting out information like that or D Leds, you know what I'm saying? No, no, bro, no. Well, yeah, you can. My thing of it is with what I think Raheem them wants, you know what I'm saying, as a high priority target. I think if that guy, which I think is the boy from Florida State, but I think if he's gone, or look, if that boy from Florida State and Brock Bowers, if neither one of those are there at 8, we're trading down. We're trading down, and then we're gonna load up from there. Because yeah, truth be told, the D line, receiver, and O lineman, all three of those positions are deep, and those three positions are where we should be focusing our attention on. Do 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 do. They're in the bag. What's good? And no, we're not. No, we're not. You got a better chance of finding the remains of Jimmy Hoffa than us getting Justin Fields. I'm just keeping that above like that way, that way. Um, Jimmy Lake. On to a new topic. Jimmy Lake, in bringing his defensive concept, here he is in Morris, the defensive concept with this defense, coming off of the percentages, the defensive third down and red zone percentages. I kind of wonder out loud how the completion of this defense would come about up under Jimmy Lake and what he wants to do. Because I think that that's something in itself that you really can't dismiss from a personnel perspective. You had personnel that produced that number one and number two rankings respectively on defensive third down and red zone percentages. You have to go and do your best to, keep that. And whoever knows that personnel might be consist of, um, to fortify a complete playoff contending defense. Um, from that point. Um, I wonder. You guys let me know what you think on that from that perspective. Coming off a season on last season where our defense was uh, number one in the red zone and number two on third down percentage. How do you think Jimmy Lake is going to fare on, bringing about and calling a complete defense, with this Atlanta Falcons team? Then the bag, from a financial perspective, from a draft capital perspective, it makes no sense to make that move, to even try to make that move. That team was better with Mitchell Trubisky than they were with him over the last 3 years. Number one, but with where he is in his development as a quarterback, because if you do, then that team, everybody needs to be fired. The team needs to be sold and moved, and Soldier Field needs to be knocked down, imploded. No. I've been saying, money. It makes no sense to spend for a guy, you know, whose biggest claim to fame is getting sacked 9 times in the game twice. It makes no sense to trade for a guy. A year from the 4 year extension. And for what? How is that going to work? How is that going to work? I don't see that making it that makes no sense to me. It makes no sense, none. What I'm saying? It's like people are not getting it in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all draft capital that we need, especially over the next 2 years, and y'all want to give that away for him? and I'm praying, and I'm confident in what I believe with Fortno and Morris. Followed up. Saying by the backing of one off the blank. I'm confident in my belief that they are just not in the business of committing organizational suicide by making a move such as that. I mean, somebody help me understand. Help me understand if I'm wrong from the way that I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? By most means. What's good, Ghost Peppers? Hold on. Let me get you up here. Let me get you up here so I can read you in big letters. What's good? What's happening? Remember, all those sources said Falcons were heavily pursuing Lamar Jackson, and most likely he was going to be a Falcon. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, if it ain't Adam Schefter, it ain't no good. I just said it. Sound better when you say it. Anthony Souvenir. We need to go for Russell and get a edge rusher and nose tackle and um, receiver too, and we will be playoff bound. And I will say this, and I stand on it. No Justin Fields. Why trade half our picks and we have a rookie? Right, right. ATL Dirty, what's good? Josh Gillum, you're talking about how to get what the draft picks that we may have to give up. Like, okay, like it just like the draft picks that you're talking about carries no weight. Again, we have 22 free agents of our own to sign. Okay, and every pick that we have, we need. And you want to waste it on a guy that got sacked in the game 9 times twice? You going to waste it on a guy that made a whole organization regress when Mitchell Trubisky had them as a playoff team before they replaced him with Chuck? Come on, bro. Stop, 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 stop. What draft capital we have is worth more to us than any kind of weight that you may think that Justin Fields may carry as an athlete in the NFL. Come on, man. Y'all got to come up this fantasy football mind stuff. And where did you come up with the numbers that said we're gonna have close to $70 million in cap space? Where is that? Because based on the cap breakdown that I saw on NFL Network, we're not gonna have anything. We're not gonna have anything over 39 million once the new league year hits on the 13th. We're not going to have anything more than 39 million. I don't know where y'all getting this 70, 80, $100 million stuff from. Because y'all forget now, Chris Lindstrom's contract kicks in this year. What's it called? The extension kicks in. Okay, they're going to be some restructures. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If we were going to have $70 million in cap space, we wouldn't be in a position where we're going to have to let go folks for salary cap reasons. I'm just saying, you got to do your homework, man. You got to do your homework. 48 million, well, because just as of last Wednesday, on NFL Live, it was quoted that we had 29 million. Where you get 49 million, $48 million from? Where? Please, say if you have a source or a screenshot or something, You know what I'm saying? Come, company files, holler at me. Anthony, what's good? Anthony White, appreciate you joining. That being said, the Bears aren't going to get all the Falcons picks. The Bears desperate to trade him because they don't want the locker room fractured. Give me Kirk Cousins. Nope. Ain't putting no money in a ruptured Achilles either. No, sir. No, sir. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Nope. That is not financially smart either. You know. I mean, well, one thing's for certain, Josh Gillum. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Okay, now that may be your perspective, but you know, it is if that's what you think. Then oh well, you know what I mean. But it is subject for interpretation because like I said a few weeks ago, most of you people in this fan base have a very unique way of translating things for it to fit a narrative or a version of a saying of a point. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to be right. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I mean, all of that whole we've been wrong all season. I don't I don't see how that has been the case. I mean, but I'm quite sure if there is evidence, what I'm saying, to that you can produce it. But for the most part, probably just walking around with a thong three thighs is too small, and then a boy scouting that around your clit. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, it is what it is at that point. So and it's it's just boy, I tell you. Falcon for life. It won't be Fields. It won't be May. We're not trading up for a quarterback. So I mean, hey, look, that's what you tell yourself at night before you lay down and fold up in the fetal position. You know what I'm saying? And put your thumb in your mouth. Then, hey, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, more power to you. Keith, no sweat. Appreciate you joining me, sir. Do 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 do. Exactly, Corey. Exactly. He said that. Yeah, and they had it in black and white. Yeah, yes, he did. Yes, he did. In his last interview, in his last interview, in his last interview, Falcon No Life, yes, in his last interview, yeah, his video documented evidence. Yeah, it is. It is. But look, man, for all intents and purposes, y'all, you want who you want, regardless as to what I'm saying, what financial sense it does make or don't make. You know what I'm saying? But come March 13th, when the chaos ensues, you know, and whatnot, and the Wilsons drive down from Buckhead, you know what I'm saying, to Flowery Branch and put the Hancocks on the paperwork, then hey, uh, yeah, Kleenex and paper towels would be on sale at Family Dollar. Um, you know, so but it is what it is right now. Oh well, see where in this conversation, Falcon No Life, has anything been said about Desmond Ritter starting in 2024? Where has that been in this conversation today or last week and the week before that when you kept screwing this and the same old crap? You know what I'm saying? No, we. I myself personally have been talking about him, you know what I'm saying, in development and sitting behind Russell Wilson this coming season. That's what I've been saying. And you're studying it and talking about like talking this noise like somebody else said something about Desmond Ritter starting. You know, two things in your little life that you need: medication and Jesus. Please seek both. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like to say all the time, I appreciate y'all for joining me, in this dialogue and these topics and whatnot. Um, you know, we got AFN, the family, the conglomerate, Unholy Lanes, got more programs coming up for today, this evening, tonight, tomorrow, and Friday. Um, I'm not mistaken, the Ladybirds are getting it together, champagne confessions, and all that. Um, but like I like to say, you got to keep it real, you got to keep it dirty, you got to keep it, hey, you know what I'm saying? Most notably, you got to keep it real with yourself. We will be here, throughout the week with all Falcons news, Hawks news, little Braves news coming up, UFC news, WWE news. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the day, throughout the weeks, as everything comes to you. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we can win sports tea, hump day, tea time. Much love, y'all. Much love. Make safe choices out there, people. Be blessed.